In this video, we'll take you through adjusting your fleet settings in Ford Pro Telematics. It's important to note that fleet settings apply to all vehicles in your fleet, not individual vehicles, drivers, or users. Fleet settings can be found in the left side navigation menu. Click on Fleet Settings to expand the drop-down. The settings are organized in alphabetical order. The first fleet setting is Driver Behavior Events. The Driver Behavior Event settings allow you to choose which events you would like all telematics users to see in the platform. If there are any events you do not want to be viewed in telematics, you can toggle those events off. For collision events, you can choose to only have them visible to a select group of users. You can also adjust the default settings for some. For example, the default for speeding over posted limit is 5 miles per hour over the limit. You have the option to adjust the miles per hour, or you can even opt to do a percentage over the posted limit. If you have Ford Pro Dashcam's Enhanced package, you'll see options for Dashcam AI-detected events as well. More details about those events can be found in the Dashcam product materials. Once you've made your changes, click Save. Next is Driver Score. If you have drivers loaded into telematics, you can calculate a driver score. By default, all the standard events from the Driver Behavior Events settings are included evenly in the calculation. You can turn off the driver score entirely, or choose to not include certain events in the calculations. Details about how the driver score is calculated, with a helpful example, can also be found in this section as you scroll down. Calculated driver scores can be viewed on the reporting page. In the Ford Telematics Drive app settings, you can choose to allow your drivers using the app to control their privacy settings and assign themselves to vehicles. Next is Fuel Prices. This section shows the current national fuel price average, calculated by Ford Pro. This is the default value used when calculating the vehicle efficiency report. Use the Add Price button to add current fuel price information and help ensure an accurate calculation. Let's explore geofence settings. First up is geofence categories. Here, you can use the Add Category button to create categories where you can group your geofences. Each category is assigned a color. Then every geofence you assign to this category will be displayed in that color on the live map. Use the three-dot menu to edit the name, adjust the layer position, or delete the category. The layer position indicates how any overlapping geofences will display on the live map, with one being the topmost layer. In Geofence Rules, you can create rules to track the movement of assets into or out of a geofence during a specific window of time. To start, click the Create Rule button. Select a geofence you've already created. Give the rule a name. Select all the vehicles or asset trackers you want to include, then decide whether you want an alert when an asset exits or enters the geofence, and the days and hours when you want this rule to be active. Then click Create Rule. Any existing rule can be edited or deleted from the main page. The Inspection Checklist section is great if you have drivers using the Ford Telematics Drive app to submit inspection checklists. This section allows you to edit or create new checklists. Click the Create Checklist button, choose a name, select the vehicles this will relate to, and add the items you want to include. You can start a brand new checklist or work off of an existing one. Logbook and the associated logbook report are useful tools if your vehicles can be used for business or private trips. When Logbook is turned on, it can be used to capture trip classification, company, contact, and purpose for a driver's trips. The privacy settings is where you create rules for when you do and don't want to collect data, such as GPS tracking, for a vehicle or group of vehicles. Click Create Schedule, choose a name, select the appropriate vehicles, choose your timeframes, and decide whether to turn data on or off during and outside those windows. Reimbursement rates will only display if you are enrolled in Ford Pro Charging. If you have drivers who will be charging fleet vehicles at their home, they'll be submitting reimbursement requests for the cost of the electricity. When a driver submits a request, this is the rate telematics will use to calculate their reimbursement. You can create a single rate for all drivers or multiple rates for different groups depending on local energy rates. Under Service Rules, you can adjust the Ford Pro Telematics settings to help manage your vehicle health information. The only default service rule is for oil life remaining reminders. For this rule, a vehicle will enter Action Soon status at 10% oil life remaining, and it will enter Action Now status at 5%. You can update this setting by clicking the pencil icon in the rule, or click Create Rule to add any additional service rules. Next, you have the option to create tags, which can help you further organize your vehicle's page. The Vehicle Misuse Rules settings helps ensure your vehicles are not driven outside of business hours. You can create a rule, set a schedule for non-operating hours, and determine which vehicles that rule applies to. There are a couple of important things to note here. Vehicle misuse rules apply to all 7 days per week. If the rule is overnight, please note that you will need to create 2 different rules, one until 11:59 p.m. and one starting at 12 a.m. The last thing to note is that if you create a rule, you will also want to make sure you set up your notifications for vehicle misuse rules accordingly.